What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jug.
And I'm Son.
And welcome back to another Gentleman Juggcast. This is episode 63. How you doing today, boy?
I'm good.
We got another one to talk to you about for this week, kids. Tell me what that movie is, son.
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
It's one of the movies I've seen.
It came out in 2004. The year of our Lord, 2004.
The year of... Wait, no. Wait, maybe it was Super Cena year. Maybe it was.
Probably. He was getting started, I can tell you that.
The start of Super Cena.
I think he'd already been champion by that time. But we're not talking about wrestling. We're talking about Catwoman. Okay? Now, look, I got a couple numbers. This movie, it cost $100 million to make of 2004 money. So that's $157 million if you adjust for inflation. And how much did it make at the box office, son?
Well, 82 million.
That would be about $137 million today. Quick math. Look, son, this is a movie.
This is one of the movies.
And we've been on a streak of just shitty movie after shitty movie after shitty son of a bitch movie.
Except Valhalla Rising, that one wasn't bad.
You loved Valhalla Rising.
Of course, I was very vocal about it. I was like, yeah, this was a great movie.
Check it out when you get a chance. But let's talk about this one, son.
All right.
The movie starts off
with a great opening credits.
Opening credits. I can't remember the last time I saw opening credits in a movie after this point. And I didn't see this in theaters. So, I mean, I've seen it before. It was the movie of the generation at the time. I think there was a video game attached to this, made exclusively by EA.
It's in the game.
Yeah. I didn't play it, but whatever. So
you're missing out.
Then why don't you go play it?
All right, I got to find it first.
Yeah. The only thing I remember from the opening credits is cat mummies.
Yeah, there was a lot of cat stuff because, you know.
I mean, this is a movie about Catwoman.
Yeah, there was like imagery, they were like showing Egypt, they had cat mummies, and then they were showing pyramids, and there was a cat god, and then they were showing a woman with like a cat mask, and then there was a guy worshiping cats, and just cats everywhere, and just in the wall, and then the word cat spelled out.
I mean, this sounds like a Batman character.
I was like, all right, we're just hyping up Catwoman, the Batman character.
Yeah, so this character's name is Patience Phillips.
Yeah.
Not Selena Kyle, like one would think if a movie is called Catwoman and you are familiar with the WBDC Batman universe, you would think that Catwoman is Selena Kyle.
Nah, you don't remember from the comics? It was Patience Phillips.
You don't remember Patience Phillips from the comics? Long Halloween?
Yeah.
That's Patience Phillips in there.
Yeah.
You don't
remember Nightfall? That's Patience Phillips next to Azrael.
Yeah, so Patience is underwater because apparently she died. And we don't know why. She's clumsy, is what she likes to tell us. So when they get past their little opening monologue, not even really an opening monologue, it's more like an opening statement. I'm here because I died. And then we go into her life, and she's known as like the geeky, clumsy person, which...
just like Cheetah.
I don't care. She works for a company that's about to release a product that's about to revolutionize the world, or be the most revolutionary thing since soap.
Just like Cheetah.
And I don't think it's like Cheetah at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we meet Laurel being played by Sharon Stone. Oh yeah, Patience Phillips is played by Halle Berry, in case you didn't know. And Laurel is played by Sharon Stone. Fine, whatever.
So I remember Laurel from the comics.
I know, right? She's the classic Catwoman villain, Laurel.
Yeah.
Anyways, Patience meets her boss. His name is Lambert.
I remember him from the comics too.
No, that's not his name, Lambert. That's who plays him is Lambert. His name was George.
No last name given.
Lambert Wilson plays George. And George happens to be her boss. For the longest time, I kept thinking that this was not Lambert, but actually skip that. I'm going to cut that out.
All right.
I can't remember who that is. Christoph Waltz. That's the name I was thinking of. I'm going to leave it in now.
Okay.
Anyways, so, George is yelling at her because she got the wrong color red on an ad, which, look, I understand that the ad business is serious. We rely on ads and YouTube and everything else to help us make money, which we are not because we don't have 1,000 subscribers yet.
But 2023 is going to be a new year.
The year of our Lord, 2023. That's the year where things are going to come together for Jug and Son.
It's all coming together.
Anyways, she gets yelled at. Her boss yells at her, and then she goes home and can't sleep because some guys are playing their music too loud. Remember that shit.
It's going to be important.
And then later, Cat keeps judging her as she works. It's just, she doesn't own a cat, but a cat is in her house.
She's just like doing stuff. She's like, wow!
And the cat's like, she's like, what are you doing here? And she's like it's no big deal, but she doesn't own a cat, at all.
It's just there. Like,
it's just there.
The first time she sees it, it's just sitting on a motorcycle. It's like, all right.
Cool. So later on, the cat gets stuck on a ledge outside of her apartment, so she goes outside to get it, and she almost dies. We meet this cop. His name is Tom, being played by Benjamin Bratt. He's handsome cop, I guess.
And he thinks she's trying to jump.
She's going to commit suicide. I get it. I understand why you would think that. Somebody's up on a ledge. Instead of sitting there asking, hey, are you going to commit suicide? You're just like, hey, don't commit suicide. So she's like, I'm not. And he decides to go save her life. He comes from the bottom floor to, I guess, I think she lives on the first floor.
Yeah.
Because of how fast he got up there. 4 flights of stairs. She might as well have been on the first floor with how fast he got. He's faster than the Flash.
Man, he was like up. He's like, I'm coming, and then he was just up there.
And he was just upstairs.
He's like, all right, get back over here. I'm saving you.
Yeah. So we cut to Laurel. She's about to hit the wall, so she's upset. This cop, Tom, comes to her job, Patience's job. I don't know how he got into this heavily secured building, but he just did.
He's a cop.
I guess. I mean, can you just use that to get into a building, into private offices? Can you just do that?
Why not?
As far as I know, you would need a warrant, but he just is in there. Whatever.
He walks in like he knows. He's like, yeah, I know this place.
I guess it's because he's handsome, right?
Yeah.
He's a handsome guy. He can just go anywhere. And while she's at work, which is even more creepy because I could have sworn that women hate when you ask them out on a date when they're working.
Yeah, it's fine. It's because he's handsome.
He's handsome, so it's okay, So he asks her out, and she says yes. So anyways, she has to work all night on this freaking ad that, George was mad at her about. So she's working all night. She's got to take her work to a chemical plant.
Because why not?
Yeah. She manages to get into a restricted area, and she hears the evil plan that Laurel is talking about. And security gets involved, and they decide to kill her.
They're like, yeah, because she ran into a pipe and close it, kill her.
Yeah, they flushed her down into a lake, I guess.
I was gonna say down the toilet.
I guess the water pressure killed her. I'm not a scientist, but I don't know if that could kill her on impact, but I guess it did. Maybe the water hit her. And then it drowned her while she was above water, and then she was pushed down while she was underwater. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit at the wall. I don't know. A CGI cat shows up and walks on her chest, and this CGI cat breathes in her face and gives her powers.
I'm like, just like the comics.
Yeah, Selena Kyle did this.
Yeah.
Not the first time we've seen a woman get crazy cat powers in a Batman-themed movie.
Somehow that was better.
In Batman Returns, she was getting her fingers bitten by a cat after being pushed out of a building. In this movie, a cat just breathes in her face.
Yeah, but this is a CGI cat.
I know, it's special.
It's funny because like they have like all these cats gathered around like it's a cult, and then they're playing like music like oh, and like this guy just this cat just walks on him like ah, and he's like and then
a lot of sound effects for you, son.
and then it's funny because I don't know how to describe what I just saw.
So she wakes up and she's sneaking around for some reason, even though she's like just going home, and she like just jumps into her window, at probably 10, 15 feet. She just jumps into her window. Sure, why not?
Like a cat.
Yeah, and she can break glass like a cat, I guess. And she even, I guess she took a shower, and then, she was covered in mud and shit, and now here she is, sleeping on a high ledge like a cat, and she's clean and she's glamorous and things like that. So I'm like
a cat.
If she's trying to sit here and be like a cat, did she get in the shower? In the water and then freaking, lick herself, or did she lick herself clean? Is that what she did? I don't know. Whatever. This is weird because, like, did she get wet? Because, like, later on, she sits there and, like, her and the handsome cop Tom, are walking, and then it starts to rain. She's like, no, I can't be in the water. I hate the water. And I'm like, wait. So do you not take showers?
Anymore?
At all? Like, this is over for you. You just smelling like a complete cat dinner, I don't know what to say. So I guess the cat that was in her house, first of all, it like brought her back to life, and then it's just hanging out at her house. So, she checks the cat's collar, and the collar has like paper address, like a fortune cookie
on it
in the cat. And I'm like, what?
What is this?
So she goes to the address because, yeah, that's what you do. You just go to the random address, and I guess that's what you would do. But like in this day and age, in 2004, you'd probably just go there. But in, 2022, you just like, say, hey, meet me here because I don't want to know where you live. I don't want you to know where I live. Yeah. But in 2004, you could just go to a person's house.
You're like, yeah, I live here.
Here's your cat, man. And this cat lady is just nuts, I guess. Just creepily talking to her about, hey, you're about to be a cat goddess, I guess.
She's like, now you know the Catwoman, right? She's supposed to be like just a character, just a burglar, really. And this like, no. There were multiple Catwomen throughout time. See, we're like a league, of cats.
Yes, we got a whole league that serves up justice, and we're all cats, and that's just weird. And she's like, look, lady, I don't believe any of the shit you saying.
She's like, no. Look at these pictures. See that cat right there? That's Midnight. She saw your future superpowered cats.
Right. And you see these women in this book? This could be you. She's like, look, I'm not doing none of this nonsense, all right? So the cat lady throws a ball of catnip at her, and she's just like, ooh, what's this ball of catnip? She's just rubbing it all over her. She's just going nuts with this catnip. Just,
when I saw that, I was like, huh. This is the movie I'm watching.
Yeah. The movie that you almost fell asleep on.
Yeah. Like a cat.
No. Like a son. So she goes to work, and her boss fires her, because she's giving the boss an attitude like a cat. And she's unemployed.
Like a cat.
Like, she has no job. She goes the rest of the movie like this.
And she's like, money's not really a problem.
Not an issue anymore. I still have designer clothes. Goes to meet the cop, and she plays basketball with this cop.
Now, this scene goes on for a while.
Absolutely stupid.
It's so funny.
Like, the kids are like, hey, you should play basketball. You two play basketball. Sure, why not? Because we just do that. And they do, and it's ridiculous. This is Daredevil all over again.
Except actually, Daredevil was better.
because they were fighting. They're just playing basketball.
They're like playing basketball, and it just got weird.
They saw Daredevil and said, you know what? We're gonna do the same thing, but with basketball.
Like, we could do it better.
We could do it a whole lot better. And then they did. They did it.
It's not funny.
I don't care. So we cut to Patience at home eating tuna straight from the can. And some goofy shit happens, and then she decides, I'm going to go ahead and dress up and action cut my hair. And then...
Perfectly.
Yeah, perfectly action cut my hair. And then I'm going to put on some clothes, and I'm going to go and steal a motorcycle. You know, and I'm like, what am I freaking watching?
It's like, but why?
So she manages to go to a jewelry store. She apparently was looking at this place earlier because she saw a necklace that she wanted to own, and now she's back, I guess, to come and get that necklace. But it just so happens there's a robbery happening there. Oh, no. You know, and so she goes in there and she just beats up the bad guys. They're shooting at her with shotguns.
It's funny how, like, when he's trying to, like, one of the bad guys is trying to get all the stuff, instead of, like, breaking the glass of, like, something, he's just like, just everywhere.
For all you audio listeners, he's just hitting his elbow off of his knee. Just, okay. So she wakes up and she realizes she has all the jewelry that the robbers were going to steal. So she takes it back, and she also brings cupcakes. So it's like, okay, sure. Why not?
I mean, I remember that from the comics.
Yeah, you know, where she returned the stolen goods. The cat burglar returned the stolen goods.
And then left cupcakes.
And left cupcakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than Riddler leaving question marks and riddles.
You know, it just...
Cat
you
stuff.
have to be a moron to not figure this out, because where's the freaking camera footage? I mean, there is none? Sure, why not? Okay.
So does this mean that she stole cupcakes?
Maybe she bought cupcakes. Maybe the police could have done their job and actually been like, hey, where do these cupcakes come from? Hey, let's find out who bought cupcakes and also happen to have a bag that matches the description of the bag that we have in our hands. You know.
Police stuff.
It's either that or she stole the cupcakes.
It's like, so instead of stealing jewelry, you'll steal the cupcakes. I mean, it's not much better.
Maybe she made the cupcakes. Who knows? I don't know what.
That'd be dumber, though, because we're like, okay, so I stole the jewelry. Now I'm going to make some cupcakes at home and then get them back there in time just to set them down here and then come home without being caught.
Sounds legit. Sounds like exactly what happened, you know, off screen. So there's more exposition, and I don't really care. Okay, fine, whatever. So she decides to start Googling on her MacBook about cats. And, you know,
it's pretty funny search history.
Finds out that cats have been around for centuries. You know, and I'm just like, this is when I noticed that you were like falling asleep. Yeah. You're like, what? What's happening?
Then I decide I'm going to go eat dinner now.
I'm like, get up. Okay.
It's funny is that while she's looking at this, she finds a random picture of like a cat next to someone in like Egypt. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's midnight. The cat from before.
The one who woke me up. I don't think she remembers that. But
the one who breathed in my face.
Yeah. So she gets crazy and decides to freaking put on a costume. So let's talk about this costume, son. Look, Halle Berry is very sexy, especially in 2004. She's incredibly hot. This costume is goofy as hell. There is no reason why she needs to wear this.
I mean, in this costume, you can basically tell who it is.
This is like the epitome of, you know, like when women sit there and say that, you know, guys who have armor in video games, they're completely covered from head to toe. And then you get the women's armor in video games and it's just a bikini. Well, you don't know about that bikini, okay? That bikini could be the most powerful armor in the world. You don't know. You don't know. But here, you know, it's basically a bikini top with leather pants and a mask. and she's just flipping around town because she has cat powers, and I guess this is what cats do. I mean, they're cats are very graceful. We have a couple of cats. They do graceful things.
They also go out at night and rob jewelry stores and leave cupcakes, but
but that's semantics right there. The cats don't do a damn thing here in this house. They don't put no money on the bills.
and that if someone dies, they don't sit on their chest and breathe them back to life.
No, if you die, wait a minute. If you die, the first thing a cat's gonna do if you die in your house is that they're gonna start to eat your face.
Like, tasty. They're not gonna breathe on you and be like,
yeah, not this
up.
cat. Breathe right in their fucking face. Anyways, so turns out she's going to go to find the security guard that I guess killed her. And she's at a club. She dances away to this guy, and she kicks his butt outside. Nobody calls the police at all.
It's dumb.
She makes her way back to the factory. She finds another dead body, and then she turns around. I guess her spidey sense were tingling, and
sense.
her kitty sense, and she turns around, and there's a guy, and he's like, "Hey!" And he hits an alarm. I mean, I guess she sucks at infiltrating places. Whatever.
I mean, Catwoman's supposed to be good at that, but it's...
So it turns out this is the villain's plan. The villain, Laurel, in case you forgot, she wants to have infinite youth, I guess. And the best way for her to do that is to manufacture this makeup. And this makeup, if you keep using it, you'll be young forever. But as soon as you stop using it, your face freaking melts. Okay, great. I don't understand the reason why she would sell this.
Money.
It doesn't make any sense because once people stop using it, because nobody uses the same thing forever, but once people stop using it, then what happens? Their face starts melting.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many freaking lawsuits from so many women. So I don't understand. Like, if she was doing this to sit there and ruin women's faces so she'd be the most beautiful person, that makes sense. But that's not what they said here.
They said, I just want infinite youth, but I'm going to sell the thing that's going to get me all these lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah, because when people stop using it, they'll be like, oh, what happened? Oh, my face is melting because I used their cream. That doesn't make any sense to me, this villain's plan. Villains are stupid in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Patience and the cops start to get closer. They're gonna kiss on a Ferris wheel, and then the Ferris wheel breaks. Tom saves the people, and Patience saves a kid. Whatever. You see how excited I am about this?
Yeah, we had to watch that scene twice.
Yeah, because I realized I wasn't recording, but whatever. Anyway, she goes to George's house, and she gets knocked out by Laurel, who gives her a phone later on so she can track her. It's like, geez, yeah, just go ahead and take some random phone. Sure, why not?
From someone you can't fully trust, it's fine.
Yeah, who, just works for the evil company you work for, but sure, why not? Anyways, she goes to interrogate George, and she fails because she's not a freaking superhero. And so she ends up having a fight scene later on with Benjamin. And it's stupid. It's just as stupid as you would think it is from somebody who has superpowers but is just toying with their food like a cat. Turns out she also is Catwoman, and she likes this guy, so therefore nothing. But she almost kills him like 3 times by accident, so...
Yeah, I mean, it just reminds me of when Catwoman was like the detective in the comics. This is the same thing.
Yeah, so George goes home, and he's like, I'm going to go and slap the shit out of Laurel. And turns out she has powers, or she can't feel anything, because he hits her, and he's like, ow. Yeah, I mean, I thought she couldn't feel anything because she's invulnerable because of the cream.
But wait till later.
Yeah, but apparently she's like, it's like slapping her is like slapping Superman. You'll probably break your wrist, I guess.
I guess he did, but then after that, we never see him.
We don't see that happen again. Anyways, Tom sleeps with Patience, and he discovers some information after this, leading him to figure out that she's Catwoman. Whatever.
Like,
whoops. Laurel, frames Catwoman at her own house, and shows that the police are just also in her house, like, right now.
She's like, yo, he killed my husband. And then the police are like right there and like, oh yeah, hey, you killed her.
Yeah, we got to go get her. So she goes home because she's stupid, because Tom is there. And he arrests her.
I mean, she could fight out of this, but she doesn't.
She doesn't. She just wants him to believe her. And then, like, while I'm watching this, I immediately wrote this down. Like, did she seriously just squeeze through the bars of the jail like a cat?
Just because a cat squeezed through to get to her, and
she's like, I could do that, and then she does it. It caught me off guard because I was not expecting that. I'm just like, what? She GTA 5's a car, and then she goes to Laurel, I guess the factory where she got her cat powers initially.
And then I guess her and Laurel fight.
I mean, she kills the two security... Well, she doesn't kill anybody, but the two security guards that were fighting her, I guess they die. So now it's just Laurel who is invulnerable but has powers, but, like... I don't understand her powers, though. She does. How could she have powers?
Makeup.
Yeah, her makeup gave her powers. Now, the power she said that she had was invulnerability. She can't feel anything.
But she got hit.
But she also has super strength somehow.
Makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess her and Catwoman like fight in some weird area of like just a bunch of pictures of Laurel, and then she gets punched through pictures of herself, and then they fight inside of a steel cage, literally.
Like it is a steel cage, and
they get thrown
all
against
this
it.
after freaking before Catwoman, beforehand, Catwoman ends up destroying all the shipments of makeup that were about to go out. I mean, the evidence is right there that this is some bad shit, and I don't understand the supervillain's plan here. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is all dumb. This is just dumb. Anyways, eventually, Catwoman manages to hit Laurel from the top rope, and then Laurel ends up hanging on by a thread on a pole, and decides to just, let go. I mean, she saw her face in the mirror.
Yeah, because now, I mean, she didn't stop using the makeup. Her face started melting for no reason.
Yeah, it really started melting for no reason. She's like, I'm old and ugly. I've hit the wall. So she lets go, and she straight up just falls all the way and hits the ground.
She's like, I've hit the wall, and then just lets go.
She like literally hits a wall. And then she dies. When I'm like, I thought you were invulnerable. You can't feel anything. Okay, whatever.
You felt that one.
She felt that one, I guess. And that's it. Movie's over.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some wrap-up stuff, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. That's an hour and 45 minutes of my life just wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have learned a language. I could have edited some other videos I want to get out. But I watched this. This is what I did with my time.
I could have platinum another game that wasn't God of War.
Yeah, I could have tried to platinum God of War.
I could have had time to watch some more John Cena clips.
I know. I'm not doing the thing. What do you give this movie, son?
Well, like a 1.
I mean, we've spent the last few movies giving them a 1 or a 5. Mostly 1s.
I don't think I've had any 5s yet in a while.
It's been a while, and with all the ones we've been given, this one is no different. It's a 1. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. It's a terrible movie. It deserved to fail in box office. Halle Berry got a Razzie. She actually went to go collect it because she's a good sport. This is the woman who, I think just the year before had gotten an Oscar for Monsters Ball. She deserved that Oscar, and she got a Razzie a year later. She deserved that Razzie. And I don't know many actors who went to go get their Razzies. Listen, if I was in Catwoman and I got a Razzie, I'm going to go get that sumbitch. I'm just telling you right now. Give me all the awards. I'll make a trophy case and put it up there.
It's Catwoman trophy case.
I know. No, just a trophy case. Doesn't have to be Catwoman trophy case. I'm not making another one of these. look, Halle Berry bounced back. I saw her in John Wick 3. It was fantastic. So, she does all right after this.
Yeah.
She has a few other movies she does great in. But this was just not one of them. So, that's all I got to say about this movie. Any your thoughts, son?
No. Just that hopefully next one's better, because it's been nothing but we the ones over here.
We the ones over here. Well, hey, look, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things the other YouTubers tell you to do. Give the podcast, 5 stars?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Or 1, I don't know.
Look, do whatever you want to do. We appreciate you for listening. And tune in next time, because the next one will be available
when it's ready.